minutes. Kenneth HIMSCHOOT est ici à l'invitation du pôle mer Méditerranée, parce que Kenneth est en train d'aider le pôle mer à monter un partenariat avec Google. Donc il va vous présenter Google Océan. Et donc sa présence est vraiment importante et structurante pour le pôle de compétitivité mer Méditerranée. Voilà, Kenneth.
Thank you very much. Is it all right if I do this in English? I've got no other choice. I'm sorry. I understand French, but so you can ask questions. By the way, if there's anything you want to ask me, don't wait until the end. I failed if you're not interrupting me. I can't presume to know what you want to hear, right? So please shout, and I'll try and squeeze it in. So Stefan asked me, come and tell us what Google's doing in this area. We've been lucky to do a couple of projects with them. So let me try, and let me try to assume to know what you want to hear. You've heard of these products, right? Google Earth Engine, Google Ocean. You've heard of the Google Cloud Platform. And who here, show of hands, has heard of the Global Fishing Watch that Google launched last month in Sydney? 2 hands, 3 hands, really? 4 hands? Okay. And you've heard of the Skybox acquisition. Google bought a satellite company for, was it $500 million? Chunk change, yeah. And they're planning to do something with that. Let me try and touch on a couple things here. What Google is really good at is big data. I think there's no dispute in that. They're the masters, I think. Biased, obviously. And at building infrastructure. I'll give 2 examples, perhaps 3 examples. Where's the translator? We were talking about a 3rd example. No, stay seated. But we were talking about a 3rd example, which I think makes it really specific. I'm thinking of traffic in maps. Everybody uses Google Maps. The approach that Google took on how to build traffic information is completely different than the traditional thinking, right? And then how Google removed the clouds in Google Earth. Again, the approach completely different. The reason why I'm doing this today is that tomorrow I'm supposed to be there. So sorry for not doing the proper presentation. But this is traffic in Silicon Valley. The traditional way, I think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, would have been to partner with a government or with a city or try and count cars passing through a certain road and then build models on top of that. This is not how Google does it. They try and build infrastructure. They try and go way bigger. I'm assuming everybody knows this, but the way Google traffic information is built is by looking at mobile phones, smartphones, seeing your use of Google Maps and whatever other application you're using, Waze or whatever, and building the model on top of that. So really big data. Where are all the phones every second? Seeing a slowdown, seeing a speed up, seeing an unusually fast car, that must be the ambulance, yeah? And building traffic information on top of that. Completely different approach. Second one, we're here. Yeah? When you zoom out, there's not a single cloud. How on earth? I mean, France is... there's nice weather in France, except for today. Yeah, it's bloody freezing. I'm sorry, but it's bloody freezing. The noise you're hearing, they're installing central heating, so we'll be fine. But when you zoom out, there's not a single cloud. How did Google do this? Any ideas? I'm hoping you know. Come on, shout it out. How is this possible that there's not a single cloud in France? Come on. Come on, wake up. You can have a coffee in a minute. Sorry? Sorry, with a radar? No. But good attempt. We could have, yeah? What if you could accumulate all the Landsat imagery over 20 years, all of it, yeah? And you look at every pixel. A pixel is what, 30 meters per pixel? That's about the resolution of Landsat. You go through every pixel and you teach a computer, not artificial intelligence, but computer learning, yeah? What a cloud is and what a non-cloud is. And then we just go through all the imagery. I mean, there's plenty of servers left, yeah, that don't do anything. Go through all the imagery and remove the clouds. It's that simple. For that to happen, you need huge infrastructure and you need a lot of spare time. This is all 20% projects. Yeah? This is all engineers in their spare time. I wish I could do a live demo of a couple of things, but sadly the Wi-Fi doesn't allow it, so it's all recordings. The clouds you see are artificial. They've been put on there based on weather information, so they're artificial. We can remove them. The usual trick for projects at Google is, and that's the mantra really, if you think of a project, and we've thought of a couple, yeah, they always say, good idea, yeah. Now think not 10% bigger, but 10 times bigger. All right, good, yeah, okay, you're getting there. Think 10 times bigger again. That's how they approach every project. So what is Google doing in the area that we're talking about here? These are two projects that I think inspired a couple of the engineers on the Google Ocean team. This is one of them, and the engineer, Kurt, yeah, was very closely involved in this one. This is an oil spill in April 2012. This is Landsat imagery, paid for by ESA, so thank you, Europeans. You see the oil spill, and you've got no idea where it comes from. Yeah, I didn't do it. Every ship, I didn't do it. I didn't flush my tank. There's a little dot top left. Let's see if I can see that little dot. So you could expect, if there's not many ships in the area, that he's the culprit, but you've got to prove it. This is an inspirational case, and we looked at a company called SpaceQuest. You heard of them? SpaceQuest? Nobody nodding? SpaceQuest, good. Thank you for the nod. Somebody's awake. So they build these nano satellites. This thing is 25 centimeters. 13 kilos, cheapest chips. You don't launch them, you launch something else and they take it along. Yeah? Andrew, my colleague there in the back, who should be waving because he's going to be here longer, we went to a meeting with a competition of this company, and we're sitting at a table and we go, oh great, you've got a model of the satellite. No, that's a satellite. Yeah, they're this big. Fantastic. So they've got an AIS receiver on there. You know that AIS is line of sight, but the signal also goes up. I don't know if that's general knowledge. I hope it is. These things get stored, all that information, all those AIS messages get stored, and this data can be purchased. Not cheap, but Google purchased it. 2013, I think, is an entire year that Google purchased. But again, we've got this data now. We've got Landsat imagery. We've got AIS data, and the little guy in red there, yeah, he was emitting AIS. Look back in time, that's the route he took. Well, we're pretty sure, this is out of Congo, yeah? We're pretty sure that that's the one who caused the oil spill, knowing that there's no other ship in place. So now we can identify him. Great, that's him. Is there a name on there? I've got a name somewhere, hold on. He's a real angel, this guy. Oh, no name. United something. A year earlier, this captain had dumped 2 stowaways overboard, strapped to empty barrels. So he's a real angel. He got caught. All this information is public. So this is a hint at what Google's doing with this global phishing platform. Yeah, this is a hint. Google's not going to police any of the waters, but they'll make the information available, and then it's up to government, up to no matter whom, the public even, to make better choices. So that's the first example. I'll be 5 minutes. Where is he? Where is he? He's gone. He's even gone. All right. Second example. I can't pronounce this name. United K. Yeah. A very big oil tanker, crude oil. This was caught in the dispute between Iraq and Kurdistan. So both countries saying we need to raise taxes on the sale of oil. Typical case, this was in July of this year, so this summer. Left Iraq, I think I've got his track here. There we go. So he left this region and went all the way across into the Gulf of Mexico, close to Galveston, full of crude oil, and he couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. Yeah, so it's sitting there, And the government, 2 minutes, thank you, I'll be really quick. The good demo's coming in about 30 seconds. It was sitting there anchoring and still emitting AIS. And the government thought, okay, the way to get rid of this, that's the way they must be thinking, is to offload the crude oil onto another vessel. Yeah? So what did they do? They turned off AIS, thinking, I can hide a 300-meter tanker. No, you can't, right? So that's him. There in the bottom. Well, where is it? Well, Landsat 8 again. That's it. Turning off AIS is not going to help. A big boat you can identify. Again, you can combine the 2 sets of data. Per pixel 30 meters. Landsat 7 said 240 meters. The boat is actually 275. That's him. And notice the other boat on the left. We got him. Yeah? Very hard to hide a supertanker, AIS or not. Right, last demo. This is something I think I can do a live demo. Start praying. This is a demo that Google built last year. I don't know if you can. Ooh, no, of course you can't see it. Can I drag this? Yes. No. Hold on. You seen that? No, you can't. Bloody hell. Come on then. I'm sorry. The gods of demo are never with you when you're doing a demo. Right. Yay. All right. I'm not going to maximize it because it'll go wrong. This is based on the 2013 AIS data, all of it, that Google purchased. We tried to see if we could visualize it in a browser. I'm running Chrome, yeah, on a MacBook Air, so not the quickest Mac there is. There's a MacBook Pro as well that does it quicker. This is 40 million data points loaded in the browser, see if we can visualize it. Great, that worked. What can we build on top of it? This was, help me Andrew, was this March of this year? That was a milestone, and we were very proud we could do that. Very expensive product. But then, all right, I'm back. Let me find my play button. Right. Then, based on that milestone, Google just announced last month the Global Fishing Watch, together with two partners, SkyTruth and Oceana. And this is the last demo. I'm about 1 minute out. Okay, what have we got? So it's a cloud-based and a web-based solution again. We can turn on the various flags. The flags that you see there are Spain, Japan, I think China is the red one. So data from 2012, as you can see at the bottom, and 2013, a bit particular, yeah? Flag states fish in a certain area, they don't cross-pollinate. That's a bit weird. Okay, well, interesting. We can visualize it. Good. What can we learn from it? Well, scale of Google. Throw in a couple 10,000 servers, analyze all the movements, and you can detect fishing, right? I mean, what's fishing? You slow down, you go over an area multiple times, you're fishing. Simple. So all the bright dots, that's where fishing was happening. And you see a couple nations, I don't know if I can point at this. There, yeah, the empty bubble. You can see a couple nations that really police their EEZ zones very well. There's not fishing going on, yeah? They're either licensed it correctly or they're policing it correctly. Let me zoom in on that. See that, Kiribati? Yeah? And here, Latin America, the 200-mile radius is really being respected. This is Australia. Good. What else can we learn? Why do they fish where they fish? Well, turn on the bathymetry of the ocean, so the underwater, the seabed. And you can see that's where it becomes shallow. Great, that's where they're going to be fishing. The whole idea of this platform, this is, yeah, we can turn on identifier so we can see what boat is fishing where and what nation, and we can really follow them if they go into a marine protected area. Last slide, 2 more slides. This is a zone that has been protected by President Obama. It'll come into effect, this is Kiribati, this will come into effect 1st of January 2015. With this tool that Google hopes to make available for beta testers beginning of next year and to the general public end of next year, we'll be able to see whether the zone is now being respected. So again, they're not going to police it. We'll leave that up to government. For government, there will be a fee, like there is with Google Earth Engine. But we're trying to show that technology can really help in these issues of overfishing and illegal fishing. And then it's up to anybody to use this technology to build products that you charge for, great, build solutions and help advance this agenda. We'll be here until the dancing starts after the gala dinner, and then I'm out. Please grab us. There's a couple of very exciting products that we are working on directly. One of them is Port View. If you haven't heard of it, you should really see this. You've all heard of Street View. Yeah, you can look at the, yeah. We're doing this inside ports, and South of France, because of the beautiful warm weather, was the first choice. So we've launched all the way from Menton to, well, Saint-Tropez is end of the week, yeah, that we're taking images. So if you see this jet ski with a Street View camera on the back, go through your port, smile or hide. It's your choice. We're also doing a fantastic project on crowdsourcing. We're going to crowdsource the bathymetry. So where's Olivier? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's bailed. Well, I listened to him. That's very kind of him. But Maersk Line and any shipping company, any ship owner, can allow us to put a little data logger on their bridge, and we record the bathymetry, so the depth sounder, and we'll hopefully build the best chart of the ocean in the future. That's actually why I'm flying back tomorrow. There's a meeting of JEPCO at Google. And then there's a third thing. This is general knowledge. We were called this morning. Were you the guys who hacked GPS last year? Yes. So we took a vessel, 65-meter vessel, off course, a couple miles. This summer we did it again, and we proved that we could make it unhackable. So in reality, it went from Monaco to Venice. Yeah. But according to AIS, we went to Libya. So we were capable of hacking GPS and hoping to license this technology. Yeah, I'm plugging a product here. Hoping to license this technology to the people who build drones. So if you don't want to be hacked, talk to us. All right. That's it. Last thing. Thank you very much, Stefan, for the invitation. Very interesting platform. Google hosted a similar thing in April of this year. I hope, not we, because I can't speak for the rest of them, but I hope to be back with an announcement instead of a quick demo of what's been done in the past, of an announcement next year, if this is indeed an annual thing. Great work, and we hope to be back. Cheers. No questions? Come on, yeah. No questions?
No.
No, not allowed any questions. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.